Hello guys, I am Vaughn the Statman, and guys, I am back with another installment, and today it is how to get started in whatever it is you want to achieve. Alright guys, if anybody has followed me before, you know I was in the military. I'm a established SAG actor, and before I begin this video guys, I'm going to tell you a quick story. Alright, when I was young and I was leading a different life, I remember I was in my car and it was these two young men I was trying to help. And guys, sometimes everybody doesn't want help. You have people out here that just want to hurt, they want to just take. So they get in my car and I'm ready to help them out. And one pulls out a knife, one pulls out a gun. And I'm like, wow. The moment came where I was like, I'm never going to see my mother again. I'm never going to see my brother again. This was before I had my son. This was a long time ago. And I'm just sitting there like, wow. And the guys was like, man, we don't mean to do this to you, but we doing bad and you riding around in this nice car. And I sat there and I was like, wow, I was fearful. If anybody has been in a situation like this and they say they weren't afraid, they're a liar and their feet stink and you never listen to them. I was afraid. But after 30 seconds, the fear wore off and my survival instincts kicked in. That's the same in life. You're only fearful in the beginning till you realize that you actually have the genetic makeup to fight. Everyone does. So make a long story short, so then my military training started to kick in and was like, talk someone down. So I made them feel like they had the upper hand, like, please don't stab me. And I saw the guy to the right as I was talking. The knife was going lower and lower and lower. Then the guy in the back, I guess he could kind of tell what I was doing. So he went to raise the gun. And when I turned around, my elbow hit the gun. Now, I wasn't trying to knock the gun out of his hand, but it happened. Sometimes luck meets preparation and opportunity. So when luck happened is when you're prepared. So I had my plan, and when I turned around, the luck was like, look, we're going to get him out of this. And when I knocked the gun out of his hand, I had been working out, so I was excessively strong. So the guy that tried to stab me, he tried to stab me. I held him back with one hand. I held both of his hands back with one hand. I was able to grab the door. I jumped out, and I got out of that. And I said that to say this. I overcame my fear, and I started to think, and I came up with a plan. That's all you have to do in life. Because most people are afraid of something. Some people are afraid of success. Some people are afraid of the word no. They're afraid for the disapproval of their parents. You have to get over all fears. You have to become fearless, ladies and gentlemen. So let's get right into the video, guys. So number one, you have to find what you are passionate about. And the way you go about doing that is, I want everybody to take one day, detach from social media. Separate from your friends, your families. Go into a room if you have to. Go to the park. Sit down. Get you a little notepad from the dollar store. You can get it for $1. And write down what makes you smile. What do you love? And a rich man told me this 2 years prior. And I wrote down DFS, acting, and motivation. I love to inspire people. Let me take that back. I don't like to motivate people because motivation don't work. I love to inspire. I love to act. And I love doing DFS. And when I looked at that list, I was like, I'm going to be broke for the rest of my life. Acting, motivation, DFS. And that's what I do now, guys. And it pays my bills. And I'm successful because I wake up every day with passion. See, success isn't about dollars and cents. It's, do you love what you do? If you make $50,000 a year, but you are passionate about it, the most successful person I ever met in my life, guys, was a high school janitor. And I used to be like, why are you so happy? And he was like, well, I have a house that's paid for. I have the most gorgeous wife on the planet. And I get a chance to talk to you young people every morning. And I was like, wow. And he was so happy. And he gave us such good advice. And I was like, wow. Stop making all that noise outside. I'm talking. All right. So this guy was the most successful guy, and he was a janitor. So you don't have to be a big movie star to be successful. So when you find your passion, you'll be successful. Number two, refine your childlike spirit. Remember, you as a child and everything was possible and you would daydream. And we used to have this game that we played when I was a kid. And you would sit on the steps and you would say, that's my car. That's because as a kid, you believed that you could have that car. Remember how you would think you was a superhero, or you thought you was like Michael Jordan, because no one told you what you couldn't do at that moment. And the world hasn't shaped and molded you into being like everybody else. Someone who goes through the motion. Most people are zombies. When I wake up in the morning and I walk outside, everybody's just walking, looking at their phone. And what I see when people are looking at their phones constantly is they see what they wish they could be. They look at their phones and they want to be what they see on that screen. And then they're so engulfed in wanting to be this rapper or this person. But guys, when you have your childlike spirit, never wish for your life to be better. Wish that you can be stronger. Work on being stronger. Taking the life that you have and making it into what you want. And the way you do that is to find your childlike spirit. Because children have such enthusiasm. Number 2, learners are earners. If I walk into a room right now and I say, how many people want to make $1 million? Everybody will be like, me. I'm like, okay guys, who ready to learn? This is what's going to happen. Everybody want to earn, but no one wants to learn. Learners are earners. You can develop the learning muscle. Your brain is a muscle. And if you don't use your brain, your speech gets very slow. You start talking like this. You ever met somebody who talk like this? It's because they are not used to seeing words. The more you read, the more aware you are. The more zeal you have, the more you can articulate yourself. So if you want to really earn, if you want to make millions, you're going to have to read a lot of books. I'm talking about a book a week. To make $1 million, you'll need to read a book a week. To make 3 or 4 million, you need to read a book every 3 days. I remember I had a year where I read 65 books in a year. And that was my most successful time. I remember back in the days I had 3 stores. I had a bunch of revenue coming in because I was reading, I was learning new things. So learn to earn. Next, fight for your dream. Don't let society, don't let your family, don't let people who have given up on life tell you what you're worth or what you can do. Fight for it. If something threatens you, you better threaten it back, ladies and gentlemen. I don't believe you respect somebody by their age or by their accomplishments. You respect them by how they treat you. See, you have people in life who have accomplished things, and now they want to put other people down to make themselves feel good. That's not a successful person, because a true successful person, he wants to help. See, the thing in life, when you have made it, you should be so happy, and you know the work it took. So when you see somebody that's trying, you want to help them. You don't want to put them down. Now sometimes you got to tell somebody the truth. But that's not putting them down if you tell them the truth. So fight for your dream. Next, practice your craft daily. So if you want to be a real estate investment agent, but you don't have the money to invest in a house yet, the first thing you do is you start going to every auction. Because when you're going to the auction, you're starting to see what houses go for. So you're practicing, you're learning, you're taking notes. Go to the Home Depot, get a price list. Start talking to people and ask, like, how much would it cost to get this done? Call companies up, and you're learning. You're practicing every day. You want to be an actor, pull your phone out, practice for 20 minutes a day. If you want to be a musician, sing, work on the notes, find classes, become a YouTube Academy student. YouTube, you can learn anything, guys. So in 2019, there's no excuse, only solutions. And next, don't take crap off of people. See, we live in a society where society wants people to be weak. They have all of these programs to allow you to depend on someone else, like the Stop Bullying campaign. No, if someone bullies you, pick up a bat and bust them in their head. I know I don't promote violence, but you have to fight for yourself. When I was a kid, I used to get bullied. I got chased home from school by a girl named Big Keisha. And there was this other young kid that used to make me get on all fours, and he would stand on my back to play with the elevator buttons. My mother put me in football, and one day I was coming home from practice with my teammate, and I saw the guy, and I just went over to him, and I just punched him in the face. And ever since then, no one has ever taken anything from me. The guy that robbed me, I saw him later in life, and I bust him in the head. You have to sometimes fight to get over things, guys, to make people respect you. See, in society, Society wants everyone to be weak because they don't want another Malcolm X. They don't want another John F. Kennedy. They want you just to have to depend on the system for everything, because if that happens, you won't have new leaders. Some leaders, if you talk to any strong leader, walk up to Denzel Washington sideways, he will fight you. Walk up to 50 Cent sideways, he will fight you. Most people will fight. Eric Thomas, say something crazy to Eric Thomas. Don't think just because he does motivational videos that he's weak. And see, that's what society wants. They want everybody to be weak so they can control you. You can't control a strong person. They couldn't control Nipsey Hussle. Society, they hate it when they can't control you. But leaders are people who can't be controlled. So don't take crap off people. Next, be hard on yourself to change your habits. You know, like me, I woke up at 5 o'clock this morning, 5 o'clock yesterday, because I was getting up too late. So I said, you know what? I'm going to put the onus on me. I'm getting up at 5 o'clock to make it happen. So ladies and gentlemen, make sure you do the same thing. Because if you really love something, you have to give yourself more hours in the day to accomplish it. So me, I used to go to bed at 1 o'clock in the morning. Now I'm going to bed at 10:30. So now I can get up at 5 o'clock in the morning because I'm getting more sleep. So now I can get up and I can achieve what I want because I'm giving myself more hours in the day. The thing about successful people is they maximize their time. They learned to give themselves more hours. And the way you do that is to start early. You get up at 8 o'clock, you're already done. I'm doing this video at 5 o'clock in the morning, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm going to have this video done, then I'm going to the gym, then I'm going to eat, then I'm going to practice, then I'm going to read. So by 8 o'clock, I got more done than you did all day. That's how you make it. All right, guys, so that's it, guys. So that's how you get started, ladies and gentlemen. Number one, you fight. You find what you love. 2, refine your childlike spirit. 3, learn to earn. 4, fight for your dream. 5, practice your craft daily. 6, don't take crap off of people. And 7, be hard on yourself to change your habits. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like. Give me that thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. I'm going to do one of these every month. And please share this video because someone needs to hear this. And ladies and gentlemen, this is how you get started on your path to success. Love you guys.
Open up, you open, hit you on BBM.